I want to thank you both for coming in today. Before we get started, I want to review kind of all the pages I sent you in the mail regarding confidentiality and my ethical obligation as a counselor. We're going to be doing we're going to be doing family therapy, but there's going to be times where I'm going to be meeting with you guys one-on-one. And just to let you know that in those times, the confidentiality kind of changes a little bit. What you guys say to me in those one-on-one sessions will be brought up at some point or another with the whole family around. So there will be no secrets kept. It's just a way for you to open up to me when other family members aren't around. So I just want to clear that up. Did you guys have any questions about that at all? No. Okay. All right. And as far as confidentiality goes, what we do discuss as a family does stay between me and you. The only other time I would have to discuss it with anybody else would be if I thought one of you were in danger from the other person, if you were going to be hurting yourself, or if something was to compromise any of your well-beings. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I just wanted to first start off, Star, you initially contacted me in regards to your family.
Right.
And first I wanted to thank you. I know coming from a Native American family, how hard it is to admit that your family might be having some problems. So that must have taken a lot of courage. So I just wanted to let you know how honored that I am getting the chance to work with you.
Thank you.
Okay. Michael, I have a question for you, and I want you to be completely honest with me about it.
Sure.
First of all, have you ever had counseling before?
No.
No, okay. How do you feel about Star contacting a white therapist in regards to helping your family? I mean, you being African American and you obviously being Native American, is there any kind of concerns?
No, not at all. I mean, if you're qualified no matter what race you are, skin color. Doesn't matter to me.
Okay, that's good to hear. I mean, I know that we live in a society where race sometimes can, come into play, and that's great to hear. Because I want to build a relationship with you. This will be a journey that we go on together, and I'm happy to hear that that is the issue with you. I mean, that is the case with you. If we do ever encounter a time where you might be thinking that I don't understand where you're coming from, as far as culturally or what have you, please, it's open door. You can please tell me maybe I'm going in the wrong direction with something, but I want to be able to, give you the opportunity, as I want to learn from you guys as well. Okay, so let's get started. First, let's talk about, first your roles in the family. Michael, what's your role in the Freeman family?
Well, I would consider my role is to put food on the table. Really, I work hard, and I provide for my family.
Okay, so
financially.
You work hard. You provide for your family financially. Do you provide other than financially?
Well, I mean, when I was a kid, my father, he worked hard for us. We were very poor.
Mm-hmm.
So him putting food on the table for my family is really what I considered the most important growing up. So that's what I consider now the most important for my family. Maybe there might not be other things I provide, but I consider that most overall important.
Okay, so you learned this as a child, and you mirrored your father, seeing him work very hard and bring food home and money and provided for your family. So that led you to be the man who you are today, mirroring in your father's footsteps.
Correct.
Okay. And Star, if you'd like, please just tell me a little bit about your childhood and tell me what it was like in your family.
My childhood. I actually had a very good childhood. We came from very large tribes, and we were all one big happy family. We did everything together, we ate together, we spent time together all the time. And we had a very special weekends together where all the elders of the tribes would come together, and we would have almost like a spiritual awakening, and we would, not we, all the elders would be using peyote as the children sat there and sang and danced, and there were rituals that we saw, and we were just amazed, and we grew up seeing that all our lives. And we had a very good family. There was always food on the table, and it was good. Life was good as a child.
Okay, I know that you contacted me in regards to your daughter. You were concerned about her drug use.
Right.
So from what you're telling me is that you yourself experienced a lot of drug use, viewing drug use from your own parents when you were a child. And your way of, I guess, dealing with that, you didn't say much at all about that.
We didn't say much because we didn't think it was wrong. It was just something that we did. And that's why I did contact you, because I see what's happening in the house now. The family's fallen apart. Michael works very hard, and he comes home and he isolates himself in the back room. And my granddaughter now is rebelling, and she's drinking alcohol and doing drugs, and I'm really concerned for her. And my daughter, I suspected for quite a while, but now I know for sure that she is stealing my painkillers, so she's an addict. But the problem is, why I've come to you is I don't know what to do, because as a child growing up, I never said anything. Until this day now, I'm not saying anything because I don't want to disrupt the household, because I am the household now.
Right.
I don't want to upset my daughter, I don't want to upset Michael, and I don't want my granddaughter, my only granddaughter, not to like me or love me. So I'm trying my best to do something about this.
Okay, well, it seems to me you both have grown up in homes where, I mean, and correct me if I'm wrong, I see a little bit of a pattern here with both of you. Michael, you know, you grew up in a home where your father provided for you. And it seems like from what you tell me, he provided for you financially, but wasn't quite there emotionally.
No.
Okay. And you were brought up in a family where drug use was, you know, I know in Native American culture, family is the most important thing, and nothing disrupts, you know, your family. So by seeing that drug use, you know, that was kind of just, you know, part of your culture, and it was excused because of that. So today, you know, you've kind of carried over that same kind of outlook into this family, that the family is so important that you don't want it disrupted by anything, especially drug use. So, you know, your way of dealing with it is, you know, stepping up and, you know, taking over the mother role and trying to take control over the family and, you know, really do your best, which, you know, it is to keep this family together. You both have had these behaviors ingrained into you as children, so it's going to take a while for us to change behaviors and learn new ones and new coping mechanisms. But I'm hoping that over time that, you know, we can work together and figure out a better way, because right now it just doesn't seem what we're doing is quite working that well. Okay. So what I'd like you both to do is just a little homework. Maybe just try something a little bit different tonight, this week. And Michael, if you can just try maybe when you come home from work, instead of running into the back house and, you know, turning the TV on and isolating yourself, which I understand you work very hard and I'm sure that you're tired. Maybe, you know, just stop and talk to someone in the house and just simple question of how's your day. You know, we'll start with like little tasks and see how that works for you.
Okay.
And then, Grandma, what I want you to do is maybe if, you know, Malik comes to you instead of her mother for advice or for help, maybe you can just, you know, gently persuade her to go speak to her mother instead of maybe coming to you all the time. In this way, maybe you can work to strengthen the family a little bit more. But again, I'd like to thank you, both of you, and again, thank you so much for coming in today and coming to see me.
Thank you.
Thank you.